Welcome to Humanities 1301, Introduction to the Humanities. I will be your instructor, Jim Archer. I am from outside of La Mesa, Texas, a little place called Klondike. Grew up on a farm and I was allergic to manual labor, so I had to get out of there as quick as I could. I came to Texas Tech where I got a degree in psychology and a degree in English and then got a master's degree in counseling. I was a social worker for 10 years working with foster children, and then have been a faculty member at South Plains College for 11 years. I have also recently just gotten a real estate license and buy and sell homes around Lubbock and the surrounding area. And so got a lot of different things going. What in the world qualifies me to teach a humanities class? Well, that's a great question. For me, I got into music when I was, I guess it was around 8th grade, and just started singing at my church. Eventually I would pick up the guitar and some other instruments and enjoy getting to travel and do music, and just had a great time doing that, especially through college, and even 8 or 9 years after that, traveled and did music and had a good time doing that. I've also acted a little bit and directed plays and written plays, and had some of my own work published as far as poetry and things like that when I was a student at Texas Tech. And so my English degree and my writing background, all of that kind of stuff also kind of comes in contact with my travel and love for travel. So I've gotten to visit lots of different places across the world and see the birthplace of lots of different religions and study those religions. I'm also a licensed minister, and so I've got a lot of different interests and things that make this class a hoot for me to teach. And so I'm really glad you're joining me for this class. What are the humanities? You may be asking yourself that. Well, the humanities are divided into disciplines. Disciplines are the different expressions of humans across history. And so that could be in literature or art or music. And then we have themes of the humanities. Those themes are things like life affirmation and religion and nature, love, things that we're going to write our songs about and write our literature about. And so we're going to study those things. These are all things your dog doesn't do. Well, unless your dog's really artistic. My dog, I've never come outside and seen him doing a mural with sidewalk chalk or anything like that. But if your dog does, then we have a great program for him in our fine arts department. So make sure you get him signed up for next semester. So you will need a textbook for this course. If you will go to the Revel Text Information tab on the left side of your screen, you'll see all the information you need to actually click into that course. That is an ebook. Now you can get the print copy. My warning for this class is by the time you get the print copy, it might be a few days, and this class is going to move very fast paced. So I would strongly encourage you to go ahead and get the e-copy, or if you can get a print copy through Amazon or something extremely fast, you're welcome to do that. You're welcome to use used print copies. You do not need the Revel Access Code. The Revel Access Code is something, if you were doing quizzes through Revel, that you would need. I write my own quizzes, and so you won't need those at all. I'm trying to save you some expenses. Just so you know, if you buy the Revel ebook, you have an option to get a print copy at only $20 more. So that might be an option you might want to check out. But you will need the book for this course. Now, I do not do office hours in the summer as far as being at a physical office. I do those at home. I do those sometimes at the swimming pool, and I do those on my back porch. And so I will not actually be at a physical office for South Plains College. You're welcome to email me. Yes, there is a phone number listed there. Just so you know, though, in the syllabus, the phone number just transfers directly to my email, and so whatever voicemail you leave me goes to my email. I would just tell you might save yourself some time and just shoot me an email, okay? That'd be a lot quicker than the voicemail that I've got to listen to and then get back with you when I could just read it and then get back with you immediately through email. So that would be the best way to contact me. Now, we are going to be going through your syllabus here. We're on page 3 that says Mr. Archer's Introduction to the Humanities Course Information. That's the stuff that's really important for you. So we've kind of gone through who I am, the course a little bit, and then the book information. As far as grading, this is a point system. So it's really the same difference as a percentage. It's just easier for me, I feel like, for you to keep up with your points and know how many you need to get. So you can see that if you get 900 to 1,000 points, you get an A. 899 and under is a B. 799 and under is a C. 699 and under is a D. 599 and under, well, didn't do too well for this semester. That's an F. So you're going to have discussion posts. We'll talk about those in a minute. You'll have quizzes. Those are 10 questions. You have 2 chances to take them. You have, I'll take your highest score of those, and it's open book. And so I ought to be able to get easy points on those quizzes. I will tell you, from teaching this for several years now, many of my students just give up easy points by just not doing the quizzes. I have no idea why. Those are super simple to do. You get 2 chances. And so go ahead and do your quizzes. Make sure you take care of those. You also have 1 participation exercise called the Artist in You. That is your extra credit opportunity. You could actually get 1,100 points in this course. So what I'm trying to do is offer extra credit to all students. I don't offer extra credit to one student without offering it to everyone. So extra credit is built into this course. If you want to do it, you can do it. You can find that due date and all due dates in the course calendar. That's also on a tab on the left side of your screen. And so you can access that course calendar. My strong recommendation would be for you to print that course calendar out so that you can put that in your schedule book, have reminders, put that on your phone, have it send you automatic reminders. But you need to write all that down, especially as fast-paced as this course will be. All of my due dates will be at midnight. However, those due dates are staggered at different times throughout the week. And so you're really going to want to stay on top of those due dates. Just a little heads up, I do not reopen anything for any reason whatsoever. So if you're in a wreck and then you didn't get your quiz done, bummer. Hopefully you can do the extra credit opportunity and make that up. I will be making much of your work available to you ahead of time. And so I may not have it all ready to go on the first day. I will have it all probably ready to go within the first few days. And so you can work ahead as much as you can. That's one reason I don't offer any kind of reopening of quizzes, because you could have managed your time and went ahead and worked ahead and not had to worry about it. The final exam is listed there as well, as far as it's a 100 points, not a huge thing, but it's multiple choice. You have a couple of chances at it, just like your quizzes. It's just a longer version of your quizzes. And I do give you 2 opportunities, and I'll take the highest score. The attendance policy, obviously this class does not meet for a full fall or spring semester. And so if you go over 7 days without communicating with me, we're probably going to have a problem. You need to be, what I'm calling communicating with me is for you to do your quizzes, do your discussion posts, things like that. If I see that you've gone for 7 days without that, I start to get concerned. Now, if you're someone that's traveling or doing something where you'll be away from Wi-Fi or whatever that is for 7 days, I would strongly encourage you to go ahead and work ahead first of all, but shoot me an email and just let me know where you're at, what you're doing. That way we can communicate. Just a little side note for you, communication will help you get through all of your college courses, communication with your professor, much more smoothly, and especially in this course. So if you communicate with me, we ought to be golden. Discussion posts, these are basically miniature essay questions, and you have, I think, 6 of those. And so you'll do those discussion posts. They'll be over the chapters that are assigned, and I'll be able to very quickly tell if you know what you're talking about on these, okay? So when you're doing those posts, I have some criteria written there in the syllabus, like was your post actually relevant to what I'm asking? Did your post demonstrate insight and critical thinking regarding the prompt? Did you cite your textbook according to APA requirements? I'm pretty loose on that, just so you know. Basically, if you're using the textbook to cite, you just have to put Gennaro and Altshuler, those are the names of the authors, and whatever page number you got it from, or whatever section number you got it from in the ebook. And you don't have to do a works cited page or anything like that. Just put that in parentheses behind anything you cite, and you're going to be great. And then you also have to respond to a classmate for many of your posts. Not all of them, but most of them. So you lose automatic points if you don't respond to your classmates. So make sure you get those easy points. The Blackboard quizzes, I've already explained those. You'll find those on the quiz tab on the left side. I'll explain the final exam. As far as me grading your work and getting back with you on those, I give myself anywhere from 5 days to a week after you turn it in to get that actually done. And so sometimes I'll grade it immediately the next day. Other times I might be traveling, or I might be out, or I might be selling houses or doing something like that. And so it might take me a few days before I grade that. Don't get alarmed if you don't see a grade immediately. It'll come up. Now your quizzes will be auto-populated. That means they'll grade immediately and they'll auto-populate in the My Grades section for you to see. Your discussion posts, again, I have to grade those, and there's lots of students, and so it'll take me a while. Some posts take me longer to grade than others based on the nature of the post. I don't take late work. Let me just mention announcements real quickly. I will be communicating with you quite a bit in the form of announcements. Let's say for some reason a due date might change, or there's an error in the course, I need to get with you, or just a reminder, you'll want to check the announcements and make sure you have your South Plains College email right at your fingertips. So put it on your phone so that you can get those emails real time, so that you can get them the second that I send them. In this course, especially as fast as it's going to move, if you get your emails a couple of days late, it could cost you a lot of stress. Don't plagiarize. That means using somebody else's work for your own. You chose to take an online class. My expectation is that you can adequately work on a computer, especially within Blackboard. If you can't do that, I'm going to strongly recommend that you not do an online class. Now, we're all learning, and me included. I learn from my online classes a little bit more about computers and technology every semester. If computers and technology really make you nervous and you're struggling through it, online classes may not be the thing for you. So you'll want to use Firefox. If you don't have Firefox, Google Chrome might work for you. Firefox is the one we recommend most for our Blackboard courses though. So make sure you can do that. Just a reminder that even though you're online, I want to treat this like a classroom as far as courtesies we show each other. So you may or may not agree with what a classmate has said. That doesn't mean that we're going to be rude or tacky. I will be reading all of your posts and responses. And if I see that you're insulting or offensive toward a classmate, I'll have a big problem with that. I'll address it, and we may not be able to keep you in the course if you continue with that behavior. If you do have any special learning needs, please make sure to let me know. Now, what I've done is I've tried to give really, really long time limits on all of my quizzes and all of my assignments. So hopefully everything will work just fine for you. If there's something I can do to make your life easier, just let me know. And if it's something related to your learning needs specifically, I'll do my best to do that for you. The last thing I wanted to do is just thank you for being in my course. So I know you have lots of other things you can do, especially this summer. I appreciate you for being in this course. I hope that you can learn something. I know I learn something every time I teach the course, and I learn something from you. I learn something from our content. Hope that you can learn something. And really what I hope at the end of the day is not only do you do well in the course, but you learn some things that maybe you carry on with you when you leave here. So at the end of the day, I hope that your grade in this course reflects the effort you put into it. All right, so you found the Start Here button. You've watched the intro video. Now I would make sure I read through my syllabus again and take that syllabus quiz and get started on the course. Thanks for being in here. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at jarcher, that's the letter J, Archer, at southplainscollege.edu. Thanks.